Good morning, students. I myself, Dr. Vasant Kadam. Students, today we are going to learn the chapter number first, Introduction to Biostatistics. Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn the various parameters, definition, statistical terms like population, sample, primary data, and secondary data, qualitative and quantitative data, parameters, and statistics, attributes, variables, discrete and continuous variables, statistical error, linear and non-linear functions of statistics, frequency and its distribution, scope, applications, and uses of biostatistics. Now first we see the definition of biostatistics. Statistics is a branch of science which deals with collection, processing, analysis, and interpretation of numerical observations. The science of application of statistical methods to biological facts and observations is called biometry or biostatistics. Biostatistics is that branch of statistics which deals with problems in biological science. In other words, the application of statistical methods to biological methods is said to be biostatistics. Thus, biostatistics broadly deals with statistical applications in the context of biological problems, including medicine and public health. Biostatistics is developed during the time of Sir Francis Galton in 1822 to 1911, who is known as the father of biometry. Measurement of biological aspects is known as biometrics, and hence the terms biostatistics. Sir Francis Galton, while examining the relationship between height of fathers and their sons based on heredity concept, proposed the concept of a regression. Carl Pearsons, basically a statistician, tried to apply statistical methods to biological problems. Later, R. A. Fisher was also attracted towards the applications of statistics in biology and made a significant contribution for the development of statistics. Now, statistical terms: population. What is meant by population? In statistics, a population is the entire pool from which a statistical sample is drawn. A population may refers to an entire group of people, objects, events, hospital visits, or measurements. A population can thus be said to be an aggregate observation of subjects grouped together by a common feature. What is meant by sample? A sample is a random selection of members of a population. It is a smaller group drawn from the population that has the characteristics of the entire population. Students, for example, populations means the number of plants, total number of plants present in our botanical garden. Now, in our botanical garden, the plants having tree plants, medicinal plants, flowering plants, fruit plants, and ornamental plants. All these plants is known as the population of our garden. And now we took few samples. We select the few plants as samples from the total population. Now the selected 25 or 50 number of plants is known as sample. If one had to count the number of rhododendron plants in the hills of Darjeeling, then it is practically impossible to do it. In such case, smaller pockets are taken which bears characteristics of Darjeeling hills, and subsequently survey can be made. Thus, Darjeeling hills is the population and smaller pockets taken are the samples. So samples are true representative of the population. Now next is primary data. Primary data means original data that has been collected specially for the purpose in mind. It means someone collected the data from the original source first hand. Data collected this way is called primary data. Primary data is data that is collected by a researcher from first hand sources using methods like survey, interviews, or experiments. It is collected with the research project in mind directly from primary source. Data collected from the first time by the original investigator is known as primary data. Now, secondary data. Secondary data is data gathered from studies, survey, or experiments that have been run by other people or for other research. The data used in statistical investigation, which have already been collected by some others for their purpose and publish. There are two kinds of data concerning with either qualitative or quantitative characters. Now we learn the differences between primary and secondary data or comparative study between primary and secondary data. The primary data is the original data collected by the investigator. Secondary data is not original. The investigator makes use of the data collected by other investigators or agencies. Primary data collection is time consuming and requires more energy and money. Use of secondary data is relatively less expensive and it is less time consuming. Primary data will be obtained as raw data. It should be categorized before further analysis. The secondary data is most of the cases will be categorized and they can be directly used in the analysis. Primary data can be used without much precautions because the data is collected by the investigator itself. The use of secondary data should be with more care, otherwise it may lead to wrong interpretation. Investigations based on primary data will be more accurate since it is involves the attention and personal interest of the investigator. The accuracy of the investigation of the secondary data will be comparatively less since the investigator is depends on the data collected by others. Next, qualitative data and quantitative data. Now, qualitative data means a qualitative data represent some characteristics or attributes. Further, they represent descriptions which we may observe that we cannot compute or calculate. For instance, data on attribute like intelligence, creativity, honesty, cleanliness, wisdom, and more are examples of qualitative data. Now, quantitative data. Quantitative data which we can measure and not just observe, you can represent them numerically and even perform calculations. For instance, the number of students in basketball will be numerical, thus it is quantitative data. There are two kinds of data we see concerning with either qualitative or quantitative data. The qualitative characters The observations are made on the basis of quality and expressed as facts. For example, color of flowers, shape of leaves, surface of an object, etc. In case of quantitative characters, the observations are expressed numerically by either measurement or count. For example, number of seeds per pod, number of petals per flower, height of the plants, total leaf area, etc. Now, parameters. Parameters are number that summarize data for an entire population. For example, 10% of US senator voted for a particular measure. There are only 100 US senators. You can count what every single one of them voted. One another example, 33% of 120 workers of a particular bike factory were paid less than 80,000 rupees per year. You have the payroll data for all the workers. Next one is statistics. Statistics are numbers that summarize data from a sample. For example, 60% of US residents agree with the latest healthcare proposal. It's not possible to actually ask hundreds of millions of people whether they agree. Researchers have to just take samples and calculate the rest. Now, one more example for statistics is 30% of dog owners poop scoop after their dog. It's impossible to survey all dog owners. No one keeps an accurate track of exactly how many peoples of this data. They took a sample, so they have a statistics. Next, attributes. An attribute is defined as a quality or characteristics of a person, place, or thing, real life individuals and fictional characters possesses various attributes. For example, someone might be labeled beautiful, charming, funny, or intelligent. Variables. A variable is a special type of amount or quantity with an unknown value. Any number cannot change its value. This is true whether the number is rational or irrational, or whether the number is real or imaginary. Variables are also common in science, where they usually represent physical properties that do not stay the same. For example, if a person stands 5 feet away from a building, the distance variable compared to the building does not change over time. 5 feet is called a fixed amount, which is the opposite of a variable amount. But if a person walks away from the building the distance variable compared to the building is increasing. So it does not have the same value and we cannot use the same number for it, as the distance might be 1 foot now but 2 feet a second later. Data can be of two types, such as qualitative and quantitative. Now qualitative example: flower color, lip shape, pupil color of eye, etc. These are non-numerical characters. Quantitative example: plant height, number of branches per plant, seeds per capsule, fish yield, etc. The items representing the quantitative characters is known as variable, that is, a characters differing in value from one organism to another, from one sample to another. Discrete variable. A discrete variable over a particular range of real value is one for which, for any value in the range that the variable is permitted to take on, there is a positive minimum distance to the nearest other permissible value. The number of permitted values is either finite or countable infinite. For example, number of plants and capsule per plants. For example, first plants having 17 capsule, second plant having 25 number of capsules, third plants having 20 number of capsules, four plants having 8 number of capsules, and 5 plants having 15 number of capsules. That means the definite number of capsules. Now the continuous variable. If a variable can take on any value between its minimum value and its maximum value, it is called a continuous variable. For example, suppose the fire department mandates that all firefighters must weigh between 150 to 250 pounds. The weight of a firefighter would be an example of a continuous variable, since a firefighter's weight could take on any value between 150 and 250 pounds. Next is statistical error. It is difference between true value and the estimated value. Error may arise due to instability of the collected data. Such errors are called errors of origin. Errors may also arise on account of manipulation in counting, measurement, description, or approximation. Such errors are known as errors of manipulation. However, errors arising due to inadequate size of the sample are known as errors of inadequacy. Errors may be biased or unbiased and can be measured either absolutely, difference between true value and estimated value, or relatively, ratio of the absolute error to the estimate. Students, we are continued doing these few points in our second lecture. The points are linear and non-linear friction of statistics, frequency and its distribution, scope and biostatistics, application of biostatistics, and uses of biostatistics. We are going to learn these 5 points in your tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.